God will deliver you through the fire. When God called you, my friends, you maybe thought that it was a strange and unusual thing happening to you. You must understand that you were in the mind of God before the foundation of the world, or to say it differently, your life and the part of your life that God had a purpose for and a part of his will was in God's foreknowledge. Therefore, when God called you, he set you apart. And during the time of isolation, God had a special fire to mold you into the likeness of his son, Jesus the Christ. God, my friend, is like a goldsmith. A goldsmith is a person that brings out the best in gold, like you. He does this by a process called purification and refinement, where impurities are removed from the gold through intense heat. After you were refined and the impurities of your life were removed by intense heat, what God put you through, he sent you back into the world. And when the world looks upon you, what does the world see? They see Jesus living his life through you in the way you talk and in the way you move. And why does this happen? So that God, through his son Jesus and the power of the Spirit, is reconciling the world back to himself for those people that are lost. Now, let us get to the point of the fire. Let's get to the point where people in this world will try to put you in their little fires in order to burn you and to destroy you. For example, when King Nebuchadnezzar II of Babylonia threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, which were friends of Daniel, and some of you are familiar with Daniel in the Bible. Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, but God delivered him through an angel. Now back to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The king had them bound and thrown into very intense fire because they refused to worship the king's idol. But guess what? The Son of God appeared and got into the fire with them. And he delivered them just like he would deliver you if you worship him and don't go by man. And they did not get burned. Neither did they smell like smoke when they came out of the fire. But guess what happened? Those men that placed Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and your enemies too, they would get burnt, just like those guys that put the Hebrew guys into the fire. They got burnt. Likewise, when people come up against you to burn and destroy you, just like some of your family members, friends, associates, and your boss that try to fire you, and the world, don't be afraid, because Jesus will deliver you from your enemies. And they will know just how hot the fire can really get. As it is written in the book of Psalms, chapter 105, verse 15, do not touch my anointed ones. Do my prophets no harm, or whatever the Lord puts you in his ministry. Also, it is written in the book of Galatians, chapter 6, 7, be not deceived. God is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall he reap. Remember this, believe this, say la vie, and amen.